3 times. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe.
Hey y'all, what's up y'all?
What up?
Good morning. I'm gonna say good morning because this comes out in the morning, but this is my first time eating today. Our first time eating today, and it's like 4 o'clock, y'all, 5 o'clock. So I got 3 tacos, and my husband got 3 tacos. That's all we ate. First off, we at a Pizza Hut / Taco Bell, but they didn't have no pizzas.
Okay.
So
yeah,
that's what we doing.
You got napkin in there?
Yes.
I wanted to say something, but I'm trying to do better in life.
You trying to get better, y'all. Trying to do better. Anyways, but you want to say grace?
Heavenly Father, we thank you for this food. We ask you bless it, that it may be nourished to our bodies. In Jesus' name we pray, man.
Y'all know your girl loves seafood. Darius hates it. But no matter what's on your dinner table, my Smackalicious Sauce mix can make it taste better. Y'all come and eat. That's okay. I know what to do. My Smackalicious Sauce mix is the flavor that brings the family together. Order it on Amazon.
Amen, y'all. Y'all know I gotta put all my little stuff on it.
What you got?
You know all my little.
I swear you didn't get no size of pico?
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, we don't call it pico. Y'all know they don't sell pico no more.
Oh yeah.
I have to get a. Baby, did you just drop that? Yeah.
Down.
I got a side of tomatoes and onions. So y'all always do that because it makes your stuff way more heftier. Hefty. Y'all heard of that before? Oh, give me some fire sauce too. Did they get that? Yeah, they did. Is it good? I put seasonings on mine too. You ain't even getting no taco sauce.
Girl, everybody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Remember that, y'all. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. I want a cold pop. I don't even know the whole thing.
Listen, she was out here. For
Man, she was making money.
making that coin.
She was making that coin. She was in Chicago. She was at the Chicago dealers and everything. Dentist.
Had the dentist commercial.
Dentist commercial and everything. I was like, you go, girl, Miss Brown. There go Miss Brown. And what's that? They killing everybody out here. Has your kids, has your wives. They killing everybody out here.
They raping everybody.
They raping everybody out here. That's what you said. Y'all know I'm old. Ooh.
You really gotta strike by the iron's hot, like they say. You gotta take advantage of your opportunity.
You do.
She did that. Everybody knew who she was.
She did that.
She parlayed that into some commercial deals and everything else. That's what you gotta do. Get your money when you can.
Yep. And then once it come run out, you shouldn't allow it to run out. You just want your fame run out. You got something to step back on.
For sure.
To live.
And don't y'all wish that in marriage you had a camera all the time? That
Man.
you could prove when you was what you said, when you said it, and what you did, the other person did at the same time. Don't you wish you could rewind some of them situations? Because boy, does the facts get disordered.
Because I'm telling you, my husband said so. I said, baby, no, you didn't. No, I said next time I'm putting my recorder on. I always say that.
I always be saying that. I'd be like, man, I should have recorded you. For real, because it's just like this, you know, disagreements are going to happen in relationships. You know what I mean? So it really just comes down to, it's really not about proving that you right or you wrong in relationships, because listen, whether you prove yourself right or wrong don't even matter. It's just how you just manage that situation. And I think that's his biggest concern. And frankly, I would be concerned too. Is if you can't like talk through a situation or take a break. Because he was gone for an hour.
Baby.
And she packed up all her stuff and left.
She packed
up and said, deuces,
yeah,
I'm out of here.
All from him falling asleep in the other room with a dog.
And then
leave
getting up
them.
and taking the dog to wherever.
Daycare.
Now, I do get...
Baby, tell you how many times that happened to us with Dalvin. With Darius.
Oh my God. Everybody that's got kids knows this. Like, when you going to put a baby to sleep...
And you want to, have that husband and wife time. And you want to put him in his bedroom.
So many times I'll be waiting. She said, I'm going to go put the baby to sleep. I said, okay. And then we go, because you putting the baby to sleep so y'all can spend some time together.
Yep.
Never come back. Just never come back. I walk in there.
Asleep.
And I be done fell asleep too after so long. At 2 in the morning I wake up, baby. You fell asleep.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
That's just how it is. Now I ain't never put no dog to sleep.
But see, that's the same thing. We don't have a dog.
I know,
so we
but
can.
do you put dogs to sleep?
Baby, of course you do. I'm guessing.
How does that work?
Well, you know what? I don't know.
I've never seen this happen.
Maybe the dog is smaller.
But what do you do?
I mean, bigger. Them built some big dogs.
But what do you do?
With the big dog? I don't know. How do you... That is true. How do you put a dog to sleep? I just thought about that.
Is that what he said?
He did say.
He said the dog to
he
sleep?
said I'm going to put the dog to sleep because I guess it was making a lot of noise.
I'm still... Listen, y'all dog lovers.
Don't get that man in trouble.
Folks that have dogs, please
explain to us
how you put a dog to sleep. Because I'm sure
they gonna say we crazy. They gonna say y'all.
Listen, we ain't got no dogs.
Y'all acting like blood dud.
We probably are, but we ain't had no dogs. So
did you ever put your dog to sleep?
No.
Maybe the dog was a baby, but honey, because they could be looking big and be 3 months. 3 months is a baby.
Sleep on their own?
I don't know. I have no clue.
I've never heard of this, putting a dog to sleep.
Well, anyways, he said that's what he said. He was going to the room and he fell asleep while he was putting the dog to sleep.
That's what he said.
That's what he said. So my thing is, all I'm saying is that when that happens, sometimes you do fall asleep, you don't wake up, and it's hard to, well, anyways.
It does happen with kids.
It happens. He went to the room, fell asleep, and she was like, you know what? And when he woke up, he went to go take the dog to daycare because he was going to drop him off. And he didn't want to wake her up because she already said, do not wake me up.
They had a discussion.
Right, about
she explicitly said, she don't like to be waking up.
So that's the reason why.
Woken up.
Whatever. That's the reason why he did not wake her up, y'all.
Right.
And then it went crazy. She woke up and it was crazy. He was only gone for 2 hours.
See, I get. See, and that part about it, like if it is abandonment issues, I get that.
Yeah.
Because like she
lost her father from a car accident.
Yeah, like you think your father's coming home.
And he didn't come home.
And he doesn't come home.
Exactly.
And so I get that. I do get like he was gone. He went to go put the dogs to sleep. And then he never came back. That's kind of, that can be how she perceived that. So I understand that. But that part I get. I just don't understand the anger. If you're going through that, then you feel some type of way. You're hurt more so than anger. And sometimes people do express their hurt through anger. You know what I mean? Because she came out of that room, and I don't know if she had intended to clean, and she didn't see him, and that set her off. But she came out. I feel sorry for that little Clorox wipes bottle, because that bad boy took a thrashing.
No, that paper towel. That paper towel was just smashed.
It got mashed. It got mashed on that table.
I couldn't believe it. But anyways, y'all. And then they have a scene where she's really going in. Where they have to hold her down. That's probably the third or fourth episode.
What? What do you mean third or fourth? You mean after this?
I mean after this, yeah.
I don't know, because when they showed that
part
after I seen the first one, I said, run! Run for the hills, buddy! Get out of Dodge. Don't pass go. Don't collect $200.
I'm telling you.
Go.
I'm telling you. Yeah, I can't do it.
I was like, I don't know. But,
now, I know we
all don't give you no context of what set her off, though.
But it doesn't matter.
Yeah, because,
you couldn't, baby, I don't care. That does not warrant for you to act like that. And it takes 3 people to hold you down unless you didn't, I don't know.
Yeah, all I know is, it was like, when you was a kid, and you would at the swing set, y'all used to be a kid at the swing set. You know how you would kind of get on the swing and put the swing in front of you, and you would run a little bit until it lifted you up in the air, and then you would lay on it and come back. You remember that? You had it in the front, run a little bit and come back. That's what she looked like. She was trying to get at whatever she was trying to get at, and they was holding her back that tight. They was holding her back that tight.
But he got his car and left, didn't
he? I don't know. I never saw him in the scene. I just know she took off, and then her feet was in the air, and they pulled her back. That's all I remember. They show it like, you know, they don't give you no context of what's happening. They just show her going off, and yeah,
we don't know why. But anyway, y'all,
taking off like a rocket.
It
could be totally non-related to the relationship. You know how they be editing stuff, and then, because I promise you, they did that with Johnny and Bao. They made it seem like it was a scene, and I thought for sure it was over with.
No, but what?
No, that it wasn't even nothing. Nothing like that was said. They be B-rolling us.
You know that have that. B-roll.
You be B-roll. You be thinking you be knowing, you don't know nothing.
Then episode 9. And us married couples, we know. Listen, this is 22 years. 22, 23 years.
23 together.
23, yes. And married. You go, there's going to be some things. But right now, we at the point where it's okay. We discuss it. Like, we communicate.
Look, I'm listening to them talk about.
You don't even care. Like, it's nothing.
In 30 seconds, I'm listening to them talk about, I'm waiting for the sparks and all this stuff. I said, listen here. Them going to be gone after a while. They going to be gone after a while. The love ain't like that. It's not. That's
it
not
doesn't
love.
go like that. But the love, you
do want it to spark in the beginning, though.
Huh?
You do want it to spark.
Yeah, it's sparking in the beginning. And of course, that's the honeymoon stage. But after a while, you don't be waking up like, ooh, giddy, and your heart racing and bumping them, skipping a beat when they wake up in 10 years in. You be like, man. But you know what? You know you love them with all your heart, and you couldn't live without them. And they become your best friend.
Right.
Like, we are, me and Nate are best friends. So it's like, it's easy. It's easy for us to get along or whatever. But if you with somebody and you sitting up here and you can't even stand and look at them, oh, it's a problem.
Prayer changes. Prayer changes things.
What does that supposed to mean?
If you in that situation, you need to pray.
Oh, you have to pray. You got to get on your knees.
Pray, boy.
Or ready to run, because I cannot do it. I could not be in a marriage or a relationship and be miserable. I can't do it. I know how people say, I don't know how people do it and fake it, and I cannot do it. I'll be ready to just go crazy, because I have the way I'm built, the way that God built me, I can't take amount of stress. I don't like stress at all. Everything that I feel, I have to speak out. I have to tell you my feelings of how I feel, because I can't hold nothing in. It just have to come out.
You gotta come out. That's how you are.
That's how I am.
How you built.
But I feel more better when it comes out, because I'm not holding on to nothing. I can go to sleep in peace. I can wake up happy and blah, and not get it off my chest.
I think that's the one thing we do really, really, really well, is that we're quick to forgive.
Yeah.
Quick to get over, any disagreements. It's very quick.
Very quick.
And,
very easy.
That's how it should be.
And you know what? The reason why I said that is because we are not, we were just talking about this. There are some couples you can be with in a marriage where they literally will get mad at each other and won't speak to each other for days.
That's not possible.
They will be mad for 3-4 days. And I'm like, what? Like, if me and my husband, if we had a disagreement or something, it'd be like some minutes. And we'd be like, okay, baby, what we gonna do? Like, we ain't nothing. Or one of us will apologize. I'm sorry, baby. Mm-hmm. Or he'll say, I'm sorry. Or I say, I'm sorry, baby. I shouldn't have came at you like that. I should have did this, and I should have. Because now we at the point of our marriage where we can question, reevaluate why we respond the way we respond on ourselves.
Right. Exactly. You got to be accountable to yourself.
To yourself. Like, why did I respond that way? What was it that made me feel this way? Or what is this feeling that I'm getting when I'm approaching my husband on this situation?
Right.
So you have to question yourself, because it's you.
It's you.
It's you.
It's you.
It's not them. You can't, because we so quick, because I know I have done it. He has done it.
Everybody do it.
Everybody do it. You put the blame on the other person. Well, if you wouldn't have did that way, I wouldn't have responded like this. Oh, excuse me.
So I didn't know I was able to make you respond a certain way. And in marriage, we think that because only that person can push your buttons like that. So you like, oh yeah, well I wouldn't have did that if it wasn't you. If it was somebody else, Joe Schmo on the street, I would have just walked away.
Right.
Really? That don't make no sense.
Right.
I'm the one you say you love.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even know that cat. And you would have walked away from him?
Listen,
What?
but you know what? Me and my husband has said we are going to be each other hardest test.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
When you're and I'm talking from a Christian perspective. When you are in a Christian marriage, you are going to be each other's hardest thing to test, trial, right, or whatever, right. So it's like that's why me and my husband, like, we just gotta work on ourselves individually and don't put the blame on nobody else. I don't care if it's responding, like if you get upset, if you say it in an attitude, or whatever, we have to learn how to deal with our temperaments, you know what I'm saying?
And I think like what she's saying about in a Christian marriage, obviously it happens in every marriage,
right?
But it's when you Christian and you reading the word and you holding yourself accountable to the word, that's just the thing. Like, you trying to make sure that you walk in such a way that you upright before God, and this the only one that can get you messed up to the point where you out of sorts and you walking a different way than you're supposed to be. And that's what she's saying. Like, when the Christian walk, it's like, okay, now God, I need you, because she get on my nerve right now, Lord. Help me.
I'm gonna knock him out. And you know what? What's funny about it is that, okay, this person could be going through, or we could be having a frustration, right? But don't let that person say, yeah, I know you came at me like this and that. And I'm trying to apologize. I'm trying to apologize, and you gonna come at me like, yeah, I know you did that. And when you did it, I was like, dang, she got an attitude. Why she doing it? I don't need all that. That's why you can't come to your man, be apologize, and he come back at you. So we just told each other, don't do it that way, because if you do it that way, all you doing is igniting that person to get upset.
Right.
When they're trying to apologize, but they're gonna get upset because they're like, you ain't perfect. Let me tell you what you did.
On defense. I'm
no,
on defense
right?
mode.
I'm on defense mode, and then I'm finna tell you what you did. Last year, 2
years ago. Remember when I was there? Your mama was there too.
Right, remember that, right? And you took that plate, and you threw it in. You were like, how do you remember that?
That's not fighting fair, y'all. Y'all be bringing up stuff.
And y'all,
way back in the day.
And when you think about it, the argument be so stupid. It be so dumb. It'd be like, it's the way you said it. Why you look like that when I said that? And you be like, okay, because I was thinking about something.
I was thinking about something totally different.
I was reading this thing, y'all. Sometimes what I was trying to tell you, when you're talking to a person, it can be what your projections. It can be what you're feeling. It's like something that happened to you. Like if you go to a restaurant, you meet your husband there, and he come late, and you like, well, why are you late? Because you're feeling upset and mad. It's not because he's late. It's because you feel like I'm unimportant, and because people have made you feel unimportant in your life. And so now you're reflecting that on him, and it's like. Yep. What? Just because
and I'm sitting here like, what?
I was in traffic.
It was an accident.
Right. Like, what? I'm not in control of that. And
you know what? I text you too. You just
right.
thought you didn't look at your text.
But at that point, I'm thinking, oh, he don't care. He's making me. Now, y'all, this didn't happen. It's never happened to me. I'm just coming up with stuff because that's what I read. He never ever come on time. He always taking me for granted. He be on time if it was his coworkers. You know what I'm saying? All this going through your head. And it's all made up. This is all made up.
Fabrication slides.
And see, this is how the enemy uses you and puts a stronghold on your mind, because he'll get you to thinking all the time, and all of this stuff is fabricated. And then
all made up.
Yes, all made up. Then when I come to you, like, are you delusional? What's wrong with you? What are you talking about?
Where did you get that from?
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
And you know what? It happens to the best of us.
It does.
We do have these things, these filters. Like, you're filtering everything that you experience in life through your past experiences, whether they've been good or bad, your upbringing, whatever. It's all filtered through that stuff that's in your head and that you've been through. And so certain situations, I know, like, I've seen people act really, really, like, out of the normal. Like, it's not a normal reaction to a very simple thing.
Yeah.
And you just like,
it's not that
what
serious.
happened?
Right.
Why is this so, why does it hit you like that?
Right. And then sometimes it could be the marriage. You know how it is, you have so much baggage in the marriage where that person, you have been hurt, and then
and
the walls
and
didn't say nothing, holding it in,
Yep.
and this person has built up a wall, and then this person thinking that it's okay, and so every time that person come at you, it's so sensitive, you snapping. Everything sets you off, and you don't know why the romance is not there, why this ain't there, because I have walls up, because you have done this to me, I've never told you about it, and it hurts me. And now no one can get past that dark cloud, and you can never ever grow in the marriage.
And until you actually open up and share with your partner whatever it is that they did to you, like, you're never gonna get past that. You have to get to you, because what it does is it's affecting your trust. And now anything that person does to you, it's like they're against you already. You, like, they come from that position of against you in your mind.
Right.
So anything they do sets you off. Like, you always doing something. You always, when you hear always, listen, when you hear always, it's a problem. Because in their mind, it's always, but this is only the second time. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna knock him out, because we have all done that. I'm like, you always, always? Or you never.
They say,
you
never.
never.
People that say always and never.
Or never.
Anything with the absolutes.
Absolutely, but we all do that.
Your ears should perk up.
We all do that. You have done it. I've done it. We all do it.
always do that.
But you know what? Like I said, y'all, me and my husband in a place of our marriage. I said, in your marriage, there's growth. There's levels of growth. People think that since you've been married for so long, you only stop growing. Even in the 20-something years we've been married,
40,
we're
50,
still
60.
learning each other. We're still growing together. And as you grow together, you learn together what works and what doesn't work. Let's try this, baby. Let's try that. Let's do this communication style. Let's do that, because this is going to better us as people. And not only that, but as stronger Christians, and being able to deal with each other in a way, in a manner of respect, love, you know, being courteous of his what he feels and how I feel. And we really have been doing really well, taking a step back and say, baby, you know
Just
what?
Take a step back.
Take a step back and reevaluating yourself as a person.
Right.
Because I'm telling y'all, this is an individual walk. Even though the two shall become one, we one. You know, as God look at us as, you know, husband and wife. However, we're individuals that's on our own path of walking as Christians.
You're not holding me accountable for what she did.
Right.
And vice versa. You know, so like you said, we just have to be accountable to ourselves. And I think the biggest thing in a relationship, married or not, is you holding yourself accountable for what it is that you did, how you responded, how you reacted, all of that stuff, and then not doing it again. You know, take some inventory of what it is that in your mind made you do that or say that, and try to recognize it the next time it comes. Are you going to be perfect at it? Absolutely not. But try to do it, and the more you recognize what's going on in your emotions at that time, the more you become emotionally aware and mature in those situations, and then you can decide to react differently.
Right.
You know, especially when this is the person that you want to be with for the rest of your life.
Exactly.
So, in the grand scheme of it, this 5 minutes of being upset, hurt, whatever the feeling is, if you can just talk through that, you're going to be with them for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
But you're going to be upset for the rest of your life while you're with them? No. So if you decided that you're going to be with this person for the rest of your life, then calm down.
I know that, because my thing is, man, who wants to be stressed like that all the time?
I ain't got time for it.
Do you know how much that puts a toll on your body? It makes you age quicker. It makes you like really like sick in the body. You know, all of that stuff. If you start, you know, being angry and always upset and uptight, it ain't even that serious. Is it taking your life away, your breath away? Is it causing you to lose whatever? It ain't that serious, y'all. It really ain't.
Because you know what? This is what happens. This is what happens, and this is why people regret what they say and what they do. You sitting up there upset over something that's super, super, super petty.
Petty.
And your significant other, spouse or whatever, get in a car accident, in a coma.
Yeah.
And you sitting there apologizing. Lord, the last thing I said to you was terrible. You know what I'm saying?
And that stuff happens for real.
You have to think about that. Or they gone and you don't have an opportunity to apologize or to make that thing good or right. Just think about that. In the context of life, it's not that important. Because when they're gone, or if they're gone, you don't want to be sitting there regretting the fact that all the times that you spent, all the hours that you spent arguing and fussing over small things, when you could have been spending that loving, playing golf, going to mini golf, bowling, vacationing, doing other things with them, or just doing life with them instead of arguing. Yep. It's not worth it.
It's not worth it.
It's not worth it. The time you can't get back. That's the one thing you can't get back. Once it's spent, it's gone. And
every second.
You old. Y'all ain't doing nothing.
Yeah. And then also too, when you older married couple and you've been together for so long, you want to be able to really enjoy them in your health. Because you're gonna be with them through sickness and just sickness and health, rich or poor, whatever. But the case may be, but sometimes as people get older, they have different ailments that go through their body, like arthritis, can't walk. I was talking to Nate about there's couples that there's couples out here that have a spouse that were healthy just like they were, and then all of a sudden gets in a car accident, and then they're not mobile.
Fall down, break a hip.
They break a hip, or they're not mobile, or they're not able to run around like they used to, and they're the same age, but now that puts a toll on the marriage, because now
you're a caretaker.
You're a caretaker of that spouse.
Yeah.
And now you can't travel, you can't do the fun things you want to do, and then it's like it gets hard.
Then you begin to, if you're really not in love with that person, I mean, like really strongly,
right,
you begin to resent the fact that they're in that situation, because it's hindering your life.
Yeah.
But that's not what you signed up for.
Right.
When you sign up for marriage, it is in sickness and health, for richer, for poor, till death do you part. I don't know who came up with them, but it was brilliant. I mean, it covers like everything.
Everything.
Like, everything that happens in life. Because yes, y'all gonna go through some financial ups and downs, and somebody gonna get sick at some time.
Then your body gonna change.
Stuff happens,
your looks gonna change sometimes.
Oh yes.
And it is what it is. But you made a covenant before God. Oh. And if you're a person that believe that you made this covenant before God, and you're gonna honor this covenant before Him, and you're gonna make Him proud of you, and you just gonna make that thing work, and it's gonna work. And you know what? At the end of the day, you're gonna be like, wow, that's my best friend. I love me some him, I love me some her. Right, and it's gonna be all good. And that don't mean you gotta stop showing some intimacy.
Oh yeah,
intimacy still gotta go on. You can't be saying no more. If
it's functional, it needs to keep going.
Right, it needs to be keep going. I mean, and I'm not saying you have to do it like a rabbit, but you cannot just leave a person out in the cold. With nothing, because the reason why I'm saying this is because I know couples that say, I live with my husband, we've been married, but he got his own bedroom. We don't do nothing. We live in separate rooms. It's just like they roommates, and they don't have that relationship. That connection is completely gone. And
I don't know what that is.
That's the thing where, how some people say, well, you know what? It's been 2 years since I've had that connection, or 2 years that I've lost connection with that person, or I don't even talk. It's been over. Like completely cut off.
I don't know what that is.
Well, we have never experienced that in our marriage. We have never. Me and my husband, because we together all the time. We go here, we go there. We're just close like that, But there are marriages that are like that, and then some marriages are like that. They can't be with their spouse all the time, which is understandable.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I definitely know guys like that. Like, I know guys. I've had conversations with them. Like, oh man, you work with your wife? Man, I couldn't do that. He said our marriage works just fine. When she goes off to work and I go off to work and we come home later. And I thought to myself, that's okay, that's cool. People are like that. I don't know what y'all gonna do when y'all both retire.
I sure don't.
Y'all gonna be up in that piece looking at each other like,
now what?
breakfast. What's next?
What's next? Now what?
Shoot, now what? You gonna be like, I'm going off golf and stay on all day, trying to mimic that work schedule.
That's true.
I don't know what people do that don't have the friendship part of the relationship. You know?
Yeah.
Because that's what happens. That's what you lose. It's not that you lose the love for that person. You always love them. They're your wife. They're your spouse.
They're like
your
family.
husband.
Yeah.
But what happens is when you have kids, those kids take you in 50 million different directions. You running them off to this. You trying to make sure they fed and they sleep and they clothed and all this other stuff. And 18 years later, there's a stranger in your bed, and the kids are gone.
Stranger in my bed.
Stranger in your bed, and the kids are gone, and you like, what happened? You gotta start dating again. Dating your spouse.
You don't even know them.
Or your wife.
Because let me tell you something. Every 7 to 10 years, you go through changes.
Definitely.
A woman go through a womanly changes. A man go through his changes, and so you have to rekindle that spark or rekindle that. Let me see, baby, what's new going on with you? You know what I'm saying? What's going on? Like me and my husband go on dates. We go on dinner dates. We go on vacations. We talk. We discuss. If I can't have a conversation with this man for hours, sometimes we can talk for hours upon hours. And even if I'm somewhere like out of town or something, he calling me, we on the phone for hours sometimes. And I'm like, we live together and we still on the phone for hours and we just talking.
Especially the longer you apart. Because it's like, okay, well, there's things that I've done and things that she's done that we didn't do together. So we're talking about our experiences. You know? I was here doing this. Yeah, look, guess what happened to me. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And we do. So my thing, that's how you know when you grow close. But it's a wonderful thing. If you are happily married, me and my husband have a happy marriage. And when I say happily married, people get that confused with, oh, they think they happy marriage. Ain't no marriage. That's not perfect. A happily marriage is not a perfect marriage. Perfect, yeah. So don't ever get it twisted and whatever. Ain't no marriage perfect. Ain't no couples perfect. A relationship, because this can go with the same rules can go with a relationship. But my thing is that when you are married, when happily married, it's just you married to the spouse that God has chosen for you, and you just get along with that person. You know that person's your best friend. He has your back. You on one accord when it comes down to a lot of things in the house, finances, how to raise your children, the things you want to do in life, your goals. That stuff should be talked about in a marriage. It should line up. We should line up together with what we want in the future for our kids, what we want in the future for us to grow together, and to go further in life. So that's being happy. I feel that when you with somebody on one accord, like me and my husband like to do the same things. You know what I'm saying? It's some things that he probably want to do, like let's go jump out of a plane. I'm not doing that, baby.
You know I ain't jumping out no plane. Girl, you done lost your mind.
If he ever gets to that point, we're gonna have some problems.
Listen, we're gonna have some problems. We're gonna have some discussions about some jumping out some planes.
Anyways, y'all. I like that because we don't like roller coasters. We don't like the heights. We don't do nothing. We love vacationing, and when we vacation, we love to rest.
I want to chill when I'm on vacation.
When we was on vacation with our kids, we used to be all over the place.
They be running us all over the place.
They be literally running. They be like, Mom, Dad, come on, let's go. That's Dalvin and you know they still do that today?
Yeah.
You was...
No, you got to see this. I promise you got to see this.
What?
I just got this text from Darius.
They do this all the time to us, y'all. Dalvin and Darius is a mess.
What? Right here, the text.
See, he said, I want to go on that Disney cruise. That's Dalvin too.
Just a second ago.
They be running us. Like we on family vacation.
I don't know who that is. That's Wisconsin.
I don't know. When we are running on vacation, y'all, them boys are running us. And you would think Dalvin be like, let's go. We want to go. They want to go all the time. So that's our boys for you. I'm telling you.
That's kids. That's how it is.
But they not kids no more.
Well, they still gonna be your kids when they 38.
I'm not saying
but they
that.
Ain't babies.
But they is not babies. You would think they'd grow up out of that. It's like, yeah, I want to chill. Nah, not our kid. They want to go.
They want to go. They want to have some fun.
But anyway, that's why when me and my husband by ourselves on vacation, Y'all,
we do nothing.
It consists of, we may walk, we may go to the pool,
We may go to the
we
spa.
may go to the spa. Oh yeah, we're gonna go to the spa.
We're gonna get a massage.
We're gonna get a massage.
Yeah,
We're gonna go to the dinner, out to eat. We're gonna relax and read books.
We're gonna be in a lawn chair.
We're gonna be in a lawn chair.
On somebody's beach.
We watching a movie.
A balcony
Yep.
somewhere.
We got an iPad, so we could watch a movie together. We're like, baby, let's watch this movie. We're eating, we're sipping on some little coconut pina coladas, coconuts.
Something that is beach
Refreshing.
related. That's what we doing, beach related activities. And
That's
I ain't
what
talking
we
about
do.
no volleyball either.
No, we don't do no extra, but sometimes we do long. We will walks. And when we went recently to Florida Keys with a couple.
Yeah.
One of our couple friends, and we just walked. We had fun. We just had dinners. We just relaxed, y'all.
No schedules.
No schedules.
No itinerary.
We gotta go swimming with the dolphins.
You got 15 things to do in a day. That ain't no
We
vacation.
gotta go boat riding. We gotta do that. But we do like parasailing.
Oh, I love to do stuff, but I want it to be on one day, and that's the only thing we do in that one day. Then we go out to eat, and then we chill.
Yeah, right. But it's one thing in that day, and then like, or we'll do 2 days of not doing anything, and then the fourth day we'll probably do something.
Do
and then
a couple things.
Skip a couple of days, and then do a couple of things. That's how we are, cause we just at that stage
stress.
of life, no stress. But anyways, y'all, I want y'all to be able to listen to what we have to say, because this is I know people probably thinking, oh, y'all can't tell us nothing, but we have been in this relationship for
23 years.
23 years.
23 years.
It's finna be 24 years in November.
Yeah, and I think going back to what you said, and then we can close. It's our 7th closing, y'all.
Yeah, our 7th closing. Y'all know how it goes.
It's just that the way you know you happily married is if you had to go back and do it again, would you say yes? Right? And then would you be happy about it while you were saying yes? If you can answer those 2 questions, yes, then you're probably happy. But both of y'all got to be able to say that. You can't be one person that says it and the other person like,
another one person like, I don't know about all that. I would do it. Me personally, I would do it all over again with him, because he is a very understanding guy. And I'm not saying it because of my husband. He's a very, very nice, sweet, caring person for me, not only for me, for his whole family. He loves, and he loves hard. He will do anything and everything for his family to win or whatever. He's just very, very selfless. That's why I love him so much, and he adapts. He'll wonder if something is not going right, and he sees it. He's going to talk about it. It's okay, babe. Did I handle that? I handled that the wrong way. Even if he handles something the wrong way, he'll realize, oh man, I shouldn't have did it that way. It'll take him time to think about it. Then he'll come and say, you know what? I need to talk to you about something.
well, thank you, baby.
And I appreciate that about him. And then let me tell you, this is the kicker. This is the number one thing. He's a man of God.
Oh yeah, that's that.
He's my covering.
That's true.
And we pray together. He prays for me. He keeps me before the Father. We pray together as husband and wife, because 2 shall put 10,000 to flight. So we get up every morning. He makes me coffee. Well, not coffee, hot chocolate.
Cocoa. Sometimes with a little coffee in it.
With a little coffee, and that was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
But he makes me hot cocoa. He wakes me up, and he's gently telling me, okay, baby, I'm going out to prayer. And I meet him. I'm not meet him, but I walk down there with him, because I don't be wanting to miss it. So, because I want to be able to pray with him. So, and he makes sure he tries to read his word, and do other stuff.
Sleep in a little bit, because I'm an early bird. So I just try to let her sleep in, because it's important to pray together. It's very important.
Yeah, so that's why I would do it, y'all. So I'm telling you, when you ask God, and I've been praying for this man since I was like 9 years old. I used to be on a toilet like, ooh, I wonder if my husband boo-booing too.
Listen.
This is true story, y'all. This happened, I told you this.
She done told me this so many times. I'm going to tell you right now.
I was like, I wonder if he, maybe y'all, it was too much for y'all, but hey, we all poop. Anyways.
I don't think I was pooping.
I promise you, one of them times in my life, we was pooping at the same time. You was on the toilet at the same time I was on the toilet. And I was like, man.
I don't know, I was 6.
My husband probably pooping too.
I was 6. You
ain't gotta say all that. You probably was 5 while I was 9 years old, talking about with my husband, this 5-year-old, like
I wasn't talking about some with my wife at 5. I wouldn't do that. I was saying.
But you could have been 12, and out you could have been. Yes.
No, I was out riding my big wheel.
But how do you know you didn't have a?
Remember the big wheel with the brake on it, and you ride real fast. You pull the brake and slide.
No, I remember the car with the string. What was the string?
Oh, I had those too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that was me. I was outside on my little BMX. Well, maybe not at 5. I wasn't at 5. No, not at 5.
But baby, somewhere along the lines, you was 16 and I was 19 and you was booking. Or 20. On the toilet and we was booking at the same time. One of these times in the world, and God gonna show me that when I get to heaven.
I don't think he's
He ain't show me that you booping. He gonna show me you in a bathroom sitting down. I'm gonna know you on the toilet.
That's
and you was and I was on the toilet too. He gonna show me together. It's gonna be a vision. Side by side vision. Yeah. In different eras of our life. But it was the same time.
Okay. Y'all. What they say? Blink twice if you're in trouble.
Blink no. Anyways, y'all. No, real talk. I did pray for my husband, and that's what who he gave me, and I'm so happy. I be like literally, y'all, crying out to God. I'm so thankful he gave me a husband. Because right now it's hard to find some good husbands and good wives.
I wouldn't be out here.
It's hard to be out here not single. I be like, ooh, I feel so sorry for my kids.
No, I shouldn't say that. For all of y'all that are out here that are single, because I said I wouldn't be out here, but all of y'all that are out here and y'all single,
there's still hope.
There's hope
because God will give you a soulmate.
You know, if you know God, then you know what to do. Mm-hmm. Get on your knees and pray for that man, and you wait. Get on your knees and pray for that woman, and you wait. That's it. That's what
God will bring that man to you.
Or that woman.
God will bring that man to you.
Or that woman. The reason why I say that is because
a man,
the Bible says,
finds a wife.
He who finds a wife.
Right.
So he looking.
Right.
He who finds a wife finds a good finds a good thing.
Yeah. And women, you ain't gotta go looking like that. He gonna put him drop right in your lap. Right. And I don't care how you looking, cause I didn't have no makeup when I had met my husband. What did I? I was plain Jane.
Natural.
I was natural.
So yeah.
So y'all, we finna close. Yeah, so I was natural, but that's the whole thing. We finna let y'all go because we've been on here for
Closing
too long.
Number 9, baby.
Yeah, we've been on here too long. But yeah, y'all, we love y'all.